This is Jeff Mucci with RCR Wireless News, and we're delighted to have Matteo Gatta from Proximus. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me here, Jeff.
So Proximus was a new name for me here at TC3. Tell us a little bit about the company, the name change, and a little bit of the rich history of your company.
Well, Proximus has been in the market since the beginning of mobile communication in Belgium, and it used to be the brand name of our mobile communication. It's been a subsidiary and recently, since 2006, fully owned by Belgacom. And eventually, we prefer to keep Proximus brand, and we also changed the legal name from Belgacom to Proximus. So the Belgacom DNA is inside Proximus. But Proximus is now a new brand and a new legal name under the new leadership of Dominique Leroy as the CEO.
Got it. Can you give us a size and scope of your operations today?
Well, we are a former incumbent in Belgium. Belgium is a market of 11 million mobile customers, users, about 5 million households, has 3 languages and 2 cultures. And we host also the part of the European Union offices, and that gives us always, an advantage when it comes to dealing with national and European policy issues. So they are next door to us, and it's also an interesting countries because once again it combines 2 very strong cultures, so the French-speaking part and the Dutch-speaking part. And also there is a very good influence, a very good presence of American companies in the pharma. So it's a very interesting and dynamic economy.
Okay. So this is your first time at TC3. So what are some of the key takeaways you want the audience here and our readers to know about your company and what you're looking for from an innovation standpoint?
Well, we innovate around the customers. As a telco, our relationship with the customers is fundamental, and we want to first and foremost make customer experience better, and we believe that better customer experience means also better operational efficiency for us, and so this is a fundamental driver. Whatever solutions that would help us to improve customer experience and make ourselves better, a better position in the market is always welcomed. Proximus has always been an innovator, but the new leadership is given a further boost to that, allocating means, and also the reasons of my presence here is that we are now trialing a presence in the valley, a small presence, and we see if we can capture benefits, and we see whether we continue. Irrespective of that, I think the event of TC3 has been great because it actually it brings innovation close to the traditional telecom concern, to the telco core business, keep us focused on things that really matters. There is a lot to innovate in telecom, there's a lot of value in telecom, and we believe that we have captured already a lot of very good insight, very good contacts, which we will follow on in the coming weeks.
Well, you mentioned the relationship or the proximity to the European Union, and the EU has been investing heavily in technology to ensure that they don't fall behind in the new digital world. Can you talk about any projects that your group might be involved with around the digitalization movement in the EU?
Well, I can perhaps mention some of the priorities of the EU. Definitely wants to achieve digital leadership, and they see, for instance, technology advances, future advances like 5G as one element. But there are also elements that concern us in the immediate. Security is one example, but also digital services and the way information enablement through sensors can create new business model, especially in the IoT space, industrial IoT space. We have announced already that, and we are actually deploying at the moment, a network for sensors based on the LoRa technology, which is long range, low power, that allows, that basically it makes battery lives very long and creates new business cases. And there is excellent traction. So that's one example where Europe sees wants to gain a competing edge, but also there are a number of instruments at the level of Europe to foster innovation, and the so-called European calls for projects which have 3 to 5 years span, and on those projects we keep ourselves constantly informed. If we see an important added value that we can bring, we try to join them through consortia. There is quite good competition on those projects to secure some funding, so it's not a given. But Europe, in terms of definitely growth and digital agenda, is paramount to bring back employment growth in Europe.
Yeah. So, in your mind's eye, what are some of the big implications of industrial IoT? And I mention it because you know, Bosch's CEO has spoken out about the importance of industrial IoT, and so when you look at Europe and with Siemens and other major industrial conglomerates there, what do you see as some of the implications and opportunity with industrial IoT?
Well, I think industrial IoT is transformative. So it changes the business process. It changes the business process for ourselves. We can become more efficient. I'll mention a few examples later perhaps, but also changes the business process of our customers, of our enterprise customers, okay? Large brands, they see this as an opportunity to become more efficient, to improve their inventory in terms of or the cost of inventory, to be more proactive when it comes to your proactive maintenance, but also to enhance control on their operations, which are sometimes realized through body shopping or employee workforce that is not necessarily on your payroll. You want to achieve is increase the visibility of their performance, and through sensors you definitely can do that in a non-intrusive way. Also, utilities market, they are of course interested into that to enhance the security of pipes, pipelines, to bring more information to the service providers. I think, you know, telecom, through telecom, I mean, there is the opportunity for us really to help those customers, to help them towards in the venture of transforming the experience, transforming their business process to achieve profitability, also differentiation.
And you referenced maybe a couple examples.
Yeah, well, a simple I can mention. So there's a company which has been working with us since the beginning. We started the IoT maybe a year ago when we looked at pilots and to see, okay, well, what is the business case here, okay? Is worth for us investing into. And our customers, one example is in the a company that takes care of facilities like this one, for instance, okay? They will want to know whether toilets are still clean. They need to understand. They don't have cameras in the toilet, of course, for security reasons, but they want to understand based on the number of times the door is open and closed, right, whether they need to send somebody to, sorry, the example may not be so attractive, but it's extremely important from an hygiene perspective. Another example which is also interesting is, so if and this probably concerns us as well, we do have assets that are really spread around around the countries in several locations, and keeping track of them, well, first of all, it helps from an inventory perspective, but also improves productivity because we know where that specific asset or device is, and we can direct workforce. Maybe we can answer proactive maintenance, so on and so forth. So it really increases the way ourselves and our customers have visibility on their operations, and so that is.
Well, Matteo, thank you so much for your time. Are you actually living here in the valley, or are you commuting back and forth?
I don't live in the valley.
Yeah.
I live in Belgium, and I try to come to the valley, you know, in occasions like this, like TC3, which is highly valuable, and it definitely pays for the investment of time and travel, but also in other occasions where we have meetings that could, you know, be sort of meetings that could lead to opportunities, and so despite the distance, we always find ourselves in a very friendly environment here, and we can think at a different speed.
Yeah.
Also.
Well, when we were getting ready here, you mentioned Belgium having two cultures. What do you mean by that?
Well, it's basically the Flemish region,
Yeah.
where you have the Dutch language is a culture which is a Flemish culture. So, and Walloon is so it's a French speaking is
Yeah.
definitely another way. Is different culture, of course, different influence.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody told me that if you, I'm not sure that is true, but it's a friend that says, you know, historically it's always been like this, of course, if you look back into history, but there are some traces of that also in the wine caves. The wine caves of the French part, they see high majority, a majority of Burgundy wines.
Right, right.
Whereas the wines in the Flemish region, the caves are the majority of Bordeaux wines.
Yeah,
Italian wine is also increasing in both of them, but this is due to historical reasons. So the Burgundy were connected, the Burgundy region is not that far off
Mm-hmm.
the French side, and whereas the Bordeaux by a sea could reach the Flemish
Sure.
part. Okay, so it's those two cultures enhance the richness of Belgium, and it's really, after all, a very an important driver for growth of the country. Yes.
Okay, Matteo, thanks for your time.